guys, you right?
Yeah.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a famous picture on the screen. Okay, I'm only going to show you the picture for 10 seconds. Okay, so I want you to look very carefully at the picture. Okay. After 10 seconds, I'm going to turn the screen off. What I'd like you to do, and I'm going to ask you guys to do this for a couple of minutes, is talk to your partner about what you saw on the screen, on the board. Okay. You can talk about what you saw if you know anything about the picture. You can even talk about how it made you feel. Okay. So, are you going to be looking at the picture for a long time or a short time?
Short time.
Is it a common? Is it a famous picture?
Yeah.
It's a famous picture. Good. What are you going to do after the 10 seconds? For how long? Are you going to discuss the picture?
Yes.
You're going to discuss what you saw?
Yes.
Can you discuss maybe how it made you feel?
Yes.
Anything you know about it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, we're ready? Good. 10 seconds starting now. Okay, guys, 2 minutes with your partner. Okay, guys, let's talk together. Thanks. Luke, what did David say about what he saw?
He said it was very attention drawing. It was very like.
Okay, do you know anything about the picture, Mark?
No.
Okay.
You wanted to know about the picture?
No, yeah. So Mark said.
I'm not entirely. Okay, it's Picasso. I think it's called Guernica. And then it's about a massacre. Not too sure about the details, but I figure like Franco was. Do you know the full story?
I thought it was the Nazis.
Oh,
That the Nazis
maybe.
just bombed
Maybe.
the town literally in order to test their artillery.
Just don't say anything out loud, but just put your hand up. Does anyone know anything about Picasso? Don't say anything. Just okay. Good. So we're gonna actually find out a little bit about Picasso today. I'm going to give you just a very short reading about Pablo Picasso. Okay. So I'd like you to read about him. Along with the reading, I'm going to give you another piece of paper, and on this piece of paper there are 8 sentences. Okay. So what you're going to do for me is you're going to read the reading, and you're going to then look at the sentences. There are 8 sentences, but not all of them are true according to the reading. Okay? So what your job is for me, please, is to tick the sentences that are true according to the reading. Okay. I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes to do this. Okay, so are you going to read every detail, or are you just going to try and find these? Absolutely. Now, how many sentences are there?
8.
Good. And are they all true?
No.
No. Some of them are not true. So your job is to read and tick the ones that are true. Do you think you're going to do this alone or with a partner? You're going to do it alone. Good. Okay, how long have you got?
3 minutes.
Now listen carefully. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you this piece of paper with the sentences first. I'm going to come around and put it down, so take some time to read them. Then I'll come around and give you the text. Okay, so read the text and answer the questions. Around to the reading now. Okay, so you got 3 minutes. Please compare and speak to your partner and see if your partner had the same answers that you did.
Yes, but that can be the composite.
All right, everyone, let's check the answers together. Andrea, the first one, is it true or not true?
True.
Everyone agree?
Yes.
David, same answer.
Yes.
Wonderful. David, number 2.
True.
Yeah, wonderful. Sinem, number 3. Okay. But if we come back to number 3, hi everyone, number 3, what is the correct answer to number 3? Read the sentence to me. David, he?
The correct sentence.
Yeah.
He started to paint when he was 10.
Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's have a little look at this sentence. What can you tell me about this sentence? So, this action, when we're talking about Picasso, is it now or the future or the past? One action or many actions? One. Absolutely. So we've got one action in the past. Is it true now?
Yes.
Or in the past?
It's true.
Oh, it's true, but I mean, when did it happen?
Oh,
Do you know exactly when?
Yes.
Anyone work out the year?
1891.
Thanks. 1891. So we've got this idea that it's a single action in the past. Fantastic. How do we know from looking at the words on the board? What can you tell me about this?
it's the beginning.
This word. What do you notice about this word? Is that it's got ed on the end. Good. So this sentence is made up of, what's this? And what form of the verb is that? Anyone tell me?
Simple.
It's not present, good. It's past. Simple. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. And it's ed. Let's look at another example. What's the correct answer for number 5? Alex,
Number 5.
read me the sentence there, please.
The incorrect one is he worked in Madrid from 1904.
So can you give me the correct answer, please?
Correct one could be he lived in Paris from 1904.
Yeah, he lived, or you can say he worked. Okay. So, is it similar to the first one, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. So is it now or the past? Is it a single action or many repeated actions?
Single.
Many repeated
You
actions.
It's yeah, if we think about it in the sense that he worked perhaps every day, okay, but does he work now?
No.
So is this something that is still true now or is finished? It's still happening now. Good, it's finished. Okay, so it's many repeated actions. Do we know when?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Well, yeah, we can work it out, can't we? This idea that it started, the first one in 1904, and we assume that it was a regular action, that he didn't just work once, that he possibly worked every day or at least once a week. Lucky fella.
Enough to make 20,000
Enough to make a lot of money. Okay. So let's look at this. I mean, is this the same? Subject, same?
Yes.
Yeah, good. What's this? Yeah, is it past simple?
Yes.
Fantastic. What if I change it from he to I? What happens to worked? Does it change?
Yes.
What does it change to?
Oh,
No, it doesn't change. I worked. What about she?
She worked.
Same. What about they?
They worked.
Same. What about it?
Same.
So does it change if you change the subject? What if I write Seth? Does it change?
no.
No, because Seth is he. Fantastic.
You're old.
We all know that. It's like it's no secret.
From 19.
Okay, number 7. What was the sentence on the piece of paper that I gave you? With the 8 sentences.
He returned to live in Spain.
You returned to Spain to live. Fantastic. Is that true or was it false?
False.
It was false, wasn't it? So, if I wanted to use the verb returned, but I wanted to give this sentence, is that true? He returned to Spain. Can I write he returned to Spain?
No.
What do I need? I need
Didn't.
the thing that isn't true. Okay, fantastic. So I'm looking for 3 words here. The first
He
2
did.
words.
Did not.
Did everyone hear that, Talvik?
He did not return.
Okay, say that one more time for me.
He did not return to Spain.
Okay, Vic, can you tell me what Laura said?
He did not return to Spain.
Marie,
He did not return to Spain.
can you tell Jason?
He did not return to Spain.
Jason?
He did not return to Spain.
To Spain. Fantastic. So what's different about these 2? The verb is here, it's in the past simple, but it's past simple positive or negative? It's the positive form. Fantastic. What about here? Is it
It's
positive or
changed.
negative? It's changed. It's in the negative form. How do we make the negative form here? What's this?
He did not.
What's this? It's, yeah. Now, what can you tell me about that verb?
Regular.
It doesn't change.
It's in which form? You know, you have form 1, 2, and 3. This is verb 2. What's this? Verb?
1.
Verb 1. Or the infinitive without 2, whatever you prefer. Okay. I say verb 1. So return, verb 2,
Return.
verb 3,
Return.
returned. Good. In this case, it's in verb 1. Why do we use verb 1 here? Why can't we use past simple? Where's the past in this sentence?
Did.
Auxiliary verb.
It's carried in did. Good, fantastic. What is the verb 1 of did?
Did.
Do. Good, but we can't use present simple because we're talking about the past. So we can say did, and it's a negative, so we have
Did not.
did not. Good. What if, so we've got a positive sentence and a negative. What if I wanted to ask a question about this? So I don't know the answer. I want to ask a question.
Did he not return
Wait.
to Spain? Did he not return to Spain?
Do we really ask negative questions?
Did he return?
Okay, so Michael again.
Did he return to Spain?
Angelo, do you agree? What did Michael say?
Did he return to
Can
Spain?
you tell me?
Did he return to Spain?
Did he return to Spain?
Fantastic. What do I need?
Questions?
So tell me about the order of the words here. Is it the same as before? What's changed? Yes, we have did. Good.
Subject.
It is very good. And don't forget your question mark, because it's a question. Okay. How do I know that this is in the past?
It says did.
Good. So the meaning in the question is carried in?
Did.
Fantastic. Okay. These sentences, are they now or in the past?
Past.
Are they still Happening now or they finished?
Finished.
Can I talk about a single action?
Yes.
Absolutely. Can I talk about a repeated action?
Yes.
Fantastic. Does it change depending on the subject? Does the verb change?
No.
No. So here, can I say, we did not?
Yes.
I did not. Fantastic. Can I say, he did not returned?
No.
Why?
Because the past is
Asmina, Tolapa?
the past remains of death, so it
Great stuff. And the question?
did
Same story, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic, guys. I just want you to just listen quickly. Okay, just listen to the sentences. He started to paint when he was 10. Just listen one more time. He started to paint when he was 10. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time and then I want everyone to say it when I'm finished. Okay, I'll put my hand down. He started to paint when he was 10.
He started to paint when he was 10.
Yeah?
He started to paint when he was 10.
Luke?
He started to paint when he was 10.
Good, Laurie. Simon?
He started to paint when he was 10.
Fantastic. He started to paint when he was 10. Good. Listen carefully. Listen. He didn't return to Spain. Just listen and then repeat. He didn't return to Spain.
He didn't return to Spain.
Andrea.
He didn't return to Spain.
Good. Jason.
He didn't return to Spain.
Fantastic. Thank you. Just listen. Did he return to Spain? Just listen. Did he return to Spain?
Did he return to Spain?
One more time.
Did he return to Spain?
Asmina?
Did he return to Spain?
Excellent. David?
Did he return to Spain?
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the first one. How did I say that? Seth?
He started to paint when he was 10.
Where's the stress in that sentence?
Started.
Good. So, can I say it's on the verb?
Yes.
What about this one? Do you think you say he worked in Paris? He worked in Paris. Stress where? On the verb. Fantastic. What happened here? Tell me a little bit about this. What happened here? What did I say? Did I say did not? I put them together. What did I say?
Didn't.
Again?
Didn't.
Laura?
Didn't.
Lovely. Thank you very much. So we actually made it into sound like one word. Where was the stress here? He didn't return to Spain.
Didn't.
Everyone happy with that? Yeah. Do you know there's a rule in English that you always stress the first negatives. Always stress negatives. So if I say he didn't work in Paris, what's stressed? He didn't work. Didn't is stressed again. Always the negative. Okay. And this one, did he return to Spain? Did he return to Spain? Where's the stress there?
Didn't.
Good. Is there just one here? Did he return to Spain? Is there another stress somewhere?
Did he return?
On return, there's one as well. Fantastic. Say this for me, Mark. Say this word.
He started to paint when he was 10.
This one, Noreen?
What?
Again?
What?
What's the past simple positive form of this? So if it was a positive, what would we say? Without the did, just the
Return.
lovely. What is the same about the writing of all of these?
ED.
But say them.
Started, work, return.
Tell me about the ED. Listen, started, worked, returned. Do we pronounce them the same or differently?
Differently.
So what is? How do we say this one? Started. We say id. Good. Does anyone know why? Does anyone know why we say id here? Okay.
T is already there. Well, you can't say started.
There's regular verbs which finish in T. When we pronounce the ed, we pronounce it as id. So it's because of the T. Okay. What about this one? Why do we here we say worked, but shall we say returned? Are they the same sound?
No.
What sound is it here? Worked.
T.
And here? It's a D. Good. Okay. So the rule here is, do you use your voice or not? To say, do you use your voice?
No.
But if you say, do you use your vocal cords? Use your voice. So if it's unvoiced, if you don't use your voice, you use ta. And if you use a voiced sound, which is voiced, you use D. So for example, study. Ye. What is that? Voiced or unvoiced? Voiced. Ye. So we say in the past simple, studied. Good. Examine. Again. Good. What about close? Like I close the door. Closed. Because if you go zzz, fantastic. What about wash? Wash your clothes. Wash. Is unvoiced, so washed. Fantastic. Okay. What about notice? Fantastic. And then if you have a T, give me another example of a verb that ends in T. Yeah, okay, let's go with like plait your hair.
Oh, we're going.
Isn't that funny when you put on the spot, you're like, regular. Remember guys, what are these ending in? ED. Good. Okay. So, would you like to practice this new language a little bit? Yeah, you look like you want to. Okay guys, I've got a little exercise for you. Alright. So here's a piece of paper and there are 8 sentences. Okay? All of these sentences are written in the present simple tense. Okay. What I would like you to do is to change the sentences to this form. To this form here that we've been studying. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to ask you about this question. Do we know when? Yes. So do you need to say when here, when you change the sentence? Yes. I'd like you to write the sentence in the past and add the word yesterday to make it very clear that we know when it happened. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes to do this. Okay. So the first one, for example, is I use the internet. I use the internet. I want to change it. Yesterday, I used
the internet.
Again?
Used the internet.
Fantastic. Do you add ed or just d?
Just D.
Good. When a verb ends in e, what do? Do you add another ed or do you just write the d? You just write ed. Fantastic. Okay. So how many sentences?
8.
Are they in the past or present? What do you need to do? Change them to the past. And you need to add a word.
Yesterday.
Because it tells you when. How long do you have? 3 minutes. Alone or with your partner? Alone. Wonderful. Okay, guys, you've got about a minute left. Okay, I think most of you are most of the way through. So just put your pens down and have a chat with your partner. Talk to your partner and compare your answers. See if you have the same, please. What do you have? Okay, everyone. Sorry to interrupt. Seth, sorry. Let's just check the answers together. Alex, can you please tell us what did you have for? We did number 1 together. What did you have for the next one?
Okay, so I listened to the radio yesterday, but as Mina had yesterday, I listened to the radio.
Did anyone have either of those?
Yes.
They both all right? Yeah. So in a positive sentence, we can put it at the beginning or the end. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to do I'm going to ask you to do one more little bit of writing for me, a little bit of practice for this language. Okay. I'm going to give you a piece of paper that looks like this. Okay. Are these complete sentences?
No.
No. They are the
Past.
beginning past. Beginning part. And they are good. They're all in the past. Okay. So what are you going to do for me, do you think?
Complete them.
You're going to complete them with your own words and your own ideas. They don't have to be true, but I'd like you to complete them with your own words. Okay. Give me examples of some verbs that you could use. Study. Lovely. Thank you.
Was.
Was.
So in the present,
Is.
if you want to, yeah, you can use is. Okay.
Work.
Work. Thank you. Play. Lovely. Eat. Okay. Eat. Read. Read. Good.
He said rave.
Is it? Again?
Chill.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so there's just some ideas for you. So I might write something like, last month I visited my aunts in Cape Town. Okay, am I in Cape Town now?
No.
Is the meaning correct?
Yes.
Good. Is the form of the sentence correct? I visited my aunts. How's my pronunciation? Visited.
Tid.
Tid. Good, because it ends in a T, so tid. Okay. But just for now, on your own, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to complete the sentences. The first one is going to be,
Last week.
Yesterday.
it's going to be negative. It's going to be negative. Good. But these ones, do you have a choice?
Yes.
Do you have to use these verbs?
No.
Can you use your own ideas?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to write alone or with your partner?
No.
How long have you got? 3 minutes. Good. Go. Oh. Oh. Okay, everyone, let me stop you there. Again, don't worry if you're not finished the last one. All right. What I'm going to ask you to do now is compare what you've written with your partner. Okay. Do you think you're going to read your partner's sentences or are you going to listen to them speaking? Fantastic. And remember, if you're using past simple, remember the pronunciation of those ends. Okay, so with your partner, compare your sentences, please.
Yesterday we didn't arrive on time. No,
I'd like to hear some of your ideas. So, David, can you tell us, Luke, what did Luke write about anything?
Yesterday, he did not sleep very much.
Well, we didn't speak.
We did not
So,
sleep very much.
did not?
Didn't.
Didn't.
Great.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Tell me one of Noreen's sentences, please. Sir.
Yesterday, no, last week I started a new course.
I or
She started a new course.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Naya, what about Mark?
Last month he bought a camera.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. They didn't have to be true. Don't
All
worry.
it have to be regular verbs.
Great. Tell us one of Seth's sentences.
Last month I jogged 5 kilometers.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well done. I'm not a runner. I'm really not a runner. Laura, tell us something about him.
Last year he visited his family. I don't know where because he
No, absolutely. For our last activity today, A, B.
A.
E.
A.
A.
B.
A.
B. A. B.
A.
A.
could do a song.
All right. Does everyone remember the artist that we were talking about at the beginning of the lesson? Talking about Picasso. Good. And did you learn some stuff about his life? Yes. Fantastic. So what I'm going to ask A. You are going to be when do you go and look at arts?
In a museum.
Old art at a museum, or an art at a museum. Good. And who's the person, if you have any questions, then or if you go look around and you've got a guy who you can ask questions, who works. A guide, in a museum, let's call it a tour guide, is that okay? Or a museum guide. Okay, so A, you are going to be a guide in a museum. A Picasso museum, alright? And B, what do you call someone who goes and visits like another country on holiday or another city? It starts with tourist. Tourist, lovely. B, you're going to be a tourist who is visiting the museum and you don't know anything about Picasso. You've heard his name, but you want to know a little bit more. Okay? Yeah. So B, you are going to, what do you think you're going to do? Ask questions. Good. Okay. About? Fantastic. And A, what are you going to do? Answer. You're going to answer them. Good. So A, you are a guide at the museum, and B, you are a tourist. Okay. B, more or less, how many questions are you going to ask, do you think? Like one or two, or like quite a few? You can ask lots and lots of questions. Good. Okay. And obviously A is going to answer to the best of their knowledge. A. Listen carefully. Who's A? A is listen. If B asks you a really nasty, difficult question, what can you do?
Turn it back.
Can you lie?
Yes.
Oh, why not? Look it up. But I want you to be practicing the language as much as possible. Can you use negatives as well?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys about 4 or 5 minutes to do this. Lots of time to practice your language. Okay. But when you go to a museum, are you usually sitting or standing? Standing. So I want everyone to stand up, please. Okay. And while you're doing it with your partner, you can walk around if you want to. There's no
Look at the painting.
lots of questions. Look at the painting. Lots of questions. Lots of answers. Guys, okay, you've got 5 minutes. Go.
Did you know?
Okay.
Actually, spoke many languages.
So, A's. No, but you were A. Did you get lots of interesting questions from tourists?
I did.
Were there any you couldn't quite answer? Did you make anything up?
Yes.
What did he ask you?
He asked me what Pablo Picasso painted.
Okay. What did you say?
I said the Mona Lisa.
Fantastic. Well done. So what did you actually say? He
Painted the Mona Lisa.
Good, wonderful.
Even though he didn't.
Okay. Any other maybe tricky questions? Alex?
I was the
Did you ask any tricky questions?
What did I ask?
Well, he asked me who Pablo Picasso's best
What
friend
did he
was.
say?
So he said, who's Pablo Picasso's best
Who
friend?
is or who?
Who was?
Good. And what did you say?
So I said Pablo Picasso time traveled and his best friend was Van Gogh and he cut off his ear.
Oh, because of Picasso. Oh no, Picasso cut off his ear.
Yeah.
That's what politicians do. They just answer the questions that they want to answer. You're like, oh, I know about Van Gogh.
What did Sanele ask you? What questions did
He
he ask?
asked me if Picasso had any children.
Okay, so what did he say?
He said, did Picasso have any children?
And what did you answer? What did Jason answer?
He said he had 4 wives, so each wife had 5. So you can make, calculations.
Yeah. Is that actually true? I think he was married a few times though, wasn't he?
I think he had a lover, but I don't think he was
many
married.
lovers.
I think that was something at one. Okay, guys, excellent work today. Well done. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow.